It's my birthday, and my wife let me get some stuff from Lee Valley. Lee Valley or Veritas is not a sponsor. I paid for these tools myself. So what this video is about is for people that have been woodworking for years and years and years, and it's finally getting to their hands, like me. So I've had different hand surgeries and they're just not what they used to be. So I'm gonna get to this real quick. I'm not gonna show you using the tools, but this is an unboxing video and it's about the arthritis. So I'll go over this stuff real quick and then I'll get into the other stuff. This is a neck blank. The edge has to be perfectly 90 degrees. So we usually do that with either the old Stanley number 8, and it's a really old one, and it works great. It's a beast to use and it's fun. And I also use the number 7, and that was been the Bailey number 7. That's been my normal shooting plane. And what I got going on here is a new shooting board, and we'll get to that too. Keep in mind, all of this is meant for people whose hands hurt. So traditionally what I usually do is I take the neck plank, I put it in the shooting board, and I plane it down, thickness it, and all that stuff. Or my other choice is to put it in the vise. And then I usually use the number 8 because I can skew it, it's wide enough. I can use the number 7, I can keep it still, but it's very difficult on a plane to get a perfect 90-degree edge. So, and then the shooting board is what I'm making. It looks long, it is. It's 40 inches long. My last ones have always been about this long, about 40 inches, 48 inches on one of them. That was too big. And so we're shooting the sides. This next guitar is going to be flame maple. So there's the sides, they have to be ripped down on the saw stop. And there's the back, and all this is flame maple. A little hard to shoot. So I decided to make things easier for my hands, make a new shooting board, and that's part of the unboxing. So here's the back and the sides. And again, the neck blank. And sometimes also for the neck blank, sometimes shooting the sides, I'll use the number 62, and that's a Wood River. And it's a very good plane, very nice, very lightweight, easy to use. But I use the set number 7 more than anything. I've got a nice newer blade in there that I bought for it. So anyway, so the shooting board, yes, it's 40 inches long. So now for the unboxings, because I don't want to bore you guys. And the other last thing is the Mark II system, the Veritas. This is one of the best tools, I think, for sharpening I've ever bought. I've gone through all the different stupid little guides. They never work great. Then you find something new, find something new. I've had these for 2 or 3 years. Before I got these, I was just doing it by hand. And Rob Cosman's got a nice video, Scary Sharp All by Hand, and that's kind of what I've been doing. And I got pretty good at it, but it's hard with my hands to keep that motion going. So this, I set up the chisels, the blades for the planes, and it's quick work. And I've got the stones, basic Shapton glass, and the 16,000 and the diamond stone, all that stuff. So that's thanks for Veritas for that. Again, I had to buy that, but one of the best tools. And Veritas, it's an awesome tool, so thank you. So let's get to the unboxing here. And it's Lee Valley, just came. And actually my birthday isn't for a little bit, but I got it early. So I'm just gonna do it in order, however the stuff comes out. Again, I paid for this stuff. Lee Valley didn't give me any of this stuff, and I doubt Lee Valley even knows who I am. I bought stuff from them before, and so shooting board tracks. There is a very specific reason. I'm on a waiting list. Last time I talked to him last week from Lee Valley, I'm number 150 for a right-hand shooting plane. Because it's still heavy, but compared to what I'm used to, it's a lot lighter. It would be easier to use, but it's not available yet. So I said, let me build the new shooting board. I'll set it up for the number 7, but I also got something else to make life easier to go with this, and maybe some of you can start guessing what it is. So that's the first thing. Some of this stuff I'm not going to unbox. I'm not going to show you me using any of it. I think it's self-explanatory. Before. And the next thing I got to go with the new shooting board for now is I could still run a number 7, take little bites or cut it down real quick, but for years I've also used to get the fine tuning when I'm shooting the guitar sides and the back jointing the edges. I've gotten the fine, minute, so no light gets through, done with a carpenter's level with a piece of self-stick 350 grit paper, and it does a very nice job, but a sanded joint is never going to be as nice as a cut joint as far as clean and glue integrity. So, just in case anyway, I bought this. That's the shooting sander, which I watched all the reviews. It looks like it'll work really well, and again, it's easy for my hand to use. Very lightweight. This thing doesn't weigh but maybe 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds, and I'm going to try it. I have a feeling it's going to work really well for that final sanding, or actually most of the shooting. I'm going to try it both ways, and we'll see how that goes. So that's that. And then I bought a toy for my drill press. I've kind of wanted one of these for a while. I didn't feel like making one. I've got now the French cleat systems on the other side of the shop here with all the shells with the holes. So that is totally, I got the file. It was a kit. So, I'm sorry, I got that. And for the back of the drill press, I got the mini drill press table. I use the drill press a lot, especially when I'm doing the guitar bridges. I'll put this stuff over here. And it came with the fence. And then back to the hands, let's talk about this. I use these almost every day, but over all the years, I've never had a problem putting a very sharp edge on these for planing. I've been using these for 20-something years. It takes me very little time to put a nice edge for shavings. And then the other side of the blade, I'll usually set it up for more like sand filing, so it's not as good as an edge for it. But this is a beast to hold, especially when your hands hurt. So you can already guess what I got for those Veritas fans. I got a holder that holds the curve in there. This is going to save a lot of use on my hands. I'm looking forward to this tool the most out of everything. And that was a kit. It came with the little jointer tool for that. I've got one I've got from Rockler here. It's okay. It was cheap. I used it just a couple of times and I went back to doing it by hand, and it sits on the shelf. It cuts into the edges. It's plastic. It's not a great tool. It fit the bill for a moment. So I got the joiner edger. Again, this was with the kit for the card scraper kit. So I got that. I'm going to try it. If it works, great. It was part of the kit, so I thought it was a good deal. It's not that expensive of a kit, and it looks, by the videos I saw, that it's really well made, like pretty much everything from Veritas. And of course, I got the variable angle burnisher. I was curious, and again, it was part of the kit. Mostly I wanted the holder, but for a few bucks more, they had the whole kit. And lo and behold, the kit came with 4 cards. This card here is almost 10 years old. So I got 4 extra cards. I'll sharpen them all, and then I can keep going, and then one day a weekend I'll sit there and sharpen them all and then have all that many. I didn't really need the cards, but that's more than enough cards to last me more than the rest of my life. Okay, now for the biggie tool. Oh, there's the file that came with that kit. Nice little, I liked it because for its size. The one I've been using is a regular, nice, fine mill file, but it's really big. And it's just harder to use. I think this one, even on its own, the size of it is really nice. It's got a tang, so I could put one of my handles on it. I could dress the ends of the frets on the guitars with it. So I like the size of it. So the last tool, back to jointing the neck, again, with doing it with a number 7 and trying to keep it so I keep that 90-degree perfect edge. It's critical when you're starting on a neck blank, is everything has to be dead flat and 90s. So the other way that I saw is this guy, the skewed block plane. And that was another thing when I'm jointing that edge, because you're plowing through so much wood, a lot of times I'll use the number 8, and I can skew it. It's wide enough for me to skew and really plow through some material. The number 7 you can skew, it's wide enough, but I find if I need to take off a lot of material, then I'll start with the number 8, then break out the number 7, and I won't worry about skewing it so much. But it's harder to skew the 7 than the 8 because of the width. But instead of doing that, why don't I just buy the skew block plane with the fence guide? I'm not going to go through unboxing it and bore everybody because there's more than enough videos on this. But the whole purpose of this is relief on my hands to be able to get this edge on this board perfectly square on both sides, perfectly 90 degrees. And with the fence, I think that's going to be the magic ticket. So maybe I'll do another video at another time, and we'll see how that goes. And then since I like hand tools, I am a tool nerd, especially hand tools. Through them, I saw a new carving knife. And it wasn't very expensive, and it looks really well made here. I haven't checked its sharpness, but I'm sure if it came from Veritas, I'm sure, on Lee Valley, I'm sure it's shaving my hair. And I can see dead skin cells and hair on there, so that's good. And I can always go through another carving knife because I go through them so quick, and I sharpen them, but I go through them really quick. So I don't spend a lot of money on carving knives, and you saw what I did with this carving knife. That was 20 something bucks. I used it to open the box, and I've got several of them, all different lengths and shapes. But this one has a very nice length that I wanted to try. It's got a big enough flat when I'm doing the neck carving. I'm pushing. I'm never using like this. I'm just pushing with my thumb, and I like the big flat on the back of the blade. So I think that's going to be kind of fun to use. And that's pretty much it with the unboxing. And this is the guitar I'm finishing. I'm still doing the French polish, so I've still got quite a bit more to go. And that's it. So, you know, you don't have to click like or share or subscribe. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this again. It's a major thank you to my wife who bought me these toys, and to Lee Valley and Veritas for giving me the idea of saving some of my hand strength. And I'm looking forward to using this stuff, and maybe when I get it all set up when I'm doing the neck, maybe I'll throw it out another couple of little short videos. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.